Hey everyone, Travis here on the first day of the LCS in North America. I'm actually joined by TSM Reginald, who's fresh off of his win and an announcement about a new thing that you guys got going on. So first off, how were the games today? I know you lost the first one, won the second. Like, how do you feel about TSM's performance overall?
I feel like we did not perform as we expected. We expected to perform much better. However, it's it's not surprising, and because it's one of the first matches in the season, and we weren't. I mean, I wouldn't say we weren't prepared, right? But we were really nervous going into this match, mainly because we haven't played in Atlanta for a very long time, and we haven't played CLG for a very long time, and playing in we played against them several times in scrims, right? And they actually beat us quite a quite a big amount of times, and we came in the match really nervous, and I think that we could perform much better going in later into the season. So uh, I'm okay with losing right now, but I'm not okay with losing later. So this is something where we have to just build on and work harder and try to get back to the top.
Now, what about your match against Team Vulcan just a second ago? Did you expect to win that, or was that just something where you guys were like, we can't win the second game?
Well, going into the match, right, CLG and Fear actually played 9 hours yesterday, and they practiced a lot against each other, mainly because both of their teams are going to play against us. And we expected Fear to ban similarly, and they did. They banned out my LeBlanc, which I plan to play today. And it was quite surprising. We expected to go in full force and pull out a win, and we did. But I feel like I did not play that well the last game.
Let's talk about some exciting things going on. You just talked about for the first time on the show or on the stream that you guys are doing something called Game Cribs. Can you give me some more information about that?
So Qualcomm and CBS are working together, and they're creating a reality show about the daily lives of pro gamers, right? And we're branding ourselves as TSM Snapdragon,
Okay.
which is Qualcomm's processor for mobile phones and tablets, right? It's the best processor on the market, and we're going to be representing Qualcomm's products. So it's basically a show about our daily lives as gamers, and it's going to show how hard it is to be a pro gamer, what we go through every day, and how our practice regimen is. And it's going to show the road of us leading throughout the whole season 3. So it's just going to be like a step-by-step show leading us from the beginning of season 3 to the end of season 3.
Now, I know that there was a an article that went up recently that sort of talking about the stuff, and it sort of said it was like the real world, and then a lot of people on Twitter were saying, "Oh, this is going to be bad for you guys because you're going to be doing this like show, and it's going to hurt your guys' career. You won't be able to practice as hard." Is that a concern that you guys have, or do you think it's going to affect you at all? Or
I think it's a matter of balance. I mean, with the show going on, we still practice really hard. Our schedule is extremely intense. Although we did fall short today, it does not mean that we did not practice hard. We wake up at 10 a.m. every day, and we practice from 10 to 10, despite like setting up the house and all the things you have to do because you're living and eating all that. We do practice really hard. I do not think it's going to be an interference, and I think it's going to be good for the community to show what we go through, and it's going to be good for our fans.
so there's actually a camera right now behind my camera shooting you for this. So is this going to be kind of an interesting experience having this sort of like documentary style, like real reality TV style, like filming going on all the time? Is it going to be something for you guys to get used to, or has this been going on for a bit already?
So this has been going on for quite some time now, a couple weeks now, and we're finally getting used to it. It used to be like, camera guy, why are you filming us? Get out of here. And now it's just like he's just there, and it's fine. We still argue in front of the camera. We still get in fights. We still have good times as teammates. Like there's gonna be the good times and the bad times, and he's just there to film all of that to show our fans what's actually happening in the background because they see us on stream. They watch us play the game, and they're our fans. They want to know what's going on with our daily lives. So there's a show for them to watch.
Now everybody's talking about the show, but I think one of the most interesting things from a broad level esports perspective is that Qualcomm sponsoring a team like this is huge news for a lot of people for the esports scene because it's a huge company. You know, other than maybe Intel, this is just a really big sponsorship, and it's outside of the realm of the more traditional sponsorships we see. Is this something that you personally worked on? Like, how do you feel to have this sponsor coming in and for you guys to be the first team that are picking up one of these big ones in North America?
So to answer your question, I'm extremely excited and proud, and also disappointed. Three emotions. So I'm really proud that Qualcomm would even give us the chance to represent them because they are a huge company. they're the best at what they do. And right now, we're trying to be at the best of what we do. We used to be on the top, and we practiced really hard, and we're trying to get back there. I'm extremely disappointed because we let our fans down, and this isn't a good way for us to represent Qualcomm. We need to be the best. We need to be on top. So we just need to practice harder. And I'm really happy that they would give us the chance to actually represent them. And I'm really happy that we're doing this show because it's a really good experience. I mean, not everyone has a chance to represent a big company like that.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a thing that happens every day. This is a once in a lifetime chance and opportunity, and we're gonna work really hard and represent them and be proud that we're TSM Snapdragon.
So I don't know how much you can talk about this stuff, or what you can't. But can you give us any insight into what the show is going to be like? Because we know there's a show coming, or do we just all need to be surprised by it, or can you give us any details at all? Because everyone would yell at me if I didn't at least ask for details.
Okay, yeah. So we are making the big announcement on February 20th,
Okay.
and there is going to be a teaser out. So I want everyone to just look at the teaser. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be about our daily lives, so I can let you know now. And you should just wait for the teaser.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, all right. Well, I asked at least, so don't nobody yell at me. Going forward, or you guys have anything, when you go back to just sort of wrap up the interview to be prepared for the next weeks coming ahead?
Can you repeat that question?
I'm sorry. Are you prepping? Do you have plans for how to come back to the next weeks and maybe pull out constant victories like you guys used to?
Yes. So we have to warm up ahead of time. We went in there, we sat there for an hour, we were not proactive. We are like, we need to log in the client. We're just sitting there talking.
Yeah.
We need to plan out more. We had a general idea of what we're going to do. We need to put it down to the exact pinpoint.
Yeah.
We need to know exactly what we're going to do before the match even happens. We need to know exactly what we're going to pick. We need to know exactly what we're going to ban. We need to know exactly everything down to a certain point. We knew generally, we planned it out, but we could have been much, much better at it. And then we need to warm up more, we need to practice harder, and we need to get better scrims.
Yeah.
Those are the exact things that we're going to be working on, and we're going to be working really hard on it.
All right. I just remembered one last question. Dan, your brother, did a tour of the house, or did a tour at least of your gaming setup. There's 2 rooms. There's 10 computers. Is something going on, Andy? Is there some secret?
So, the computers, thanks to Origin PC for actually providing us the ability to have a LAN.
Yeah.
Like, it's extremely, like, it's a gamer's dream.
Right.
And it's not just for nothing. The goal is to prepare for really big matches, like going into the final tournament, right? Wouldn't it be awesome to fly another team out and practice hardcore against them for 2 or 3 weeks when you're preparing for like a Worlds match or preparing for the NA Regionals match? Wouldn't it be better just to secretly practice in an area where, like, hey, you can hold anyone accountable if they don't wake up. Hey, wake up. Hey, we got to practice.
Yeah.
Instead of the other team being 30 minutes late, that's just way better and way more proactive. So the LAN area is going to be used for that and potentially another team. We don't know that yet.
Okay. Really, really good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thanks a ton for the interview. Congrats for your most recent win. Looking forward to seeing you guys perform in the future. For everyone, this is Travis on the first day of LCS. I'm covering this for GameSpot Esports. You can check out the rest of our coverage at gamespot.com/esports.